Mr. Beast, Judge Durkin, Bill Gates, Xbox, YouTube, and T-Mobile. Who likes bacon and who gives it out? Hi everyone, this is Christina. Today, I'm documenting a text message my mom received the day after filing our federal lawsuit. This is part of my ongoing forensic log, a record we've been keeping for transparency, safety, and accountability. Everything I'm about to show is taken directly from our written documentation and screenshots. The text message. On Saturday, September 6th at 11:55 a.m., my mom received a text from the number +1 630 329 8532. The message said, "I trust you are having a great start to your day. Do you still own the place at 8000 South Fairfield Avenue? We'd love to connect and explore potential opportunities with your property. Thank you, JTE." Forensic log entry. Let's break it down. Saturday, September 6th, 11:55 a.m. Text message from +1 630 329 8532. The message opens with, "I trust you are having a great start to your day," which stands out given the timing of the federal lawsuit filing where issues of institutional trust, judicial discretion, and procedural fairness were central. The use of trust appears symbolic rather than casual. Trust is also a legal term tied to responsibility, authority, and fiduciary duty, all themes present in our federal case. Anomalies. Word start missing the letter A. Signature JTE separated, not written as a single unit. Message sent the day after the federal lawsuit filing, timing consistent with prior interference patterns. The message asks if I still own 8000 South Fairfield Avenue, even though my mom never owned this property. We only lived there as tenants, and my mom's brother, who has been documented in prior incidents, is the landlord. A legitimate buyer would not contact a non-owner, making the inquiry itself inconsistent with real estate norms. The phrase "still own" also stood out symbolically, given the ongoing struggle over who controls the narrative and the evidence in our case. Interpretation. Missing A, reference to Angelique. JT read as Judge Thomas. E stands alone, interpreted as Empist. Combined, thank you, Judge Thomas, Empist. Context. Message arrived the day after our federal lawsuit filing, coinciding with Judge Thomas bringing in Judge Sanil R. Harjani and the sealing of our complaint. Conclusion. This is not a genuine property inquiry, but a prank/intimidation message tied to case activity. Additional context from my life. There's another detail I want to add because it resurfaced while reviewing this message. Back in grammar school, I had a classmate named Miles Durkin. He shared the same last name as Judge Thomas Durkin, the judge originally assigned to my case before it was reassigned to Judge Sanil R. Harjani. I remember during one of the Pack the House events, I was assigned to decorate a poster specifically for Miles Durkin. What are the odds? Decorating posters for the boys never happened in previous years. I also recall in science class in the 6th grade that Mrs. Hughes asked Miles Durkin what girl he likes in our grade. He responded that he likes Beth. No student ever replied to this question, so I now know it was staged. Beth was symbolically used because of Bethlehem in the Bible. See my video titled "A Crime Built on Biblical References." Miles Durkin also had a YouTube channel called Mr. Bacon. He said he chose the name because he loves bacon, although I now interpret it symbolically as money. Was Mr. Bacon meant to imitate or play off the name Mr. Beast, the massive YouTube creator? The shift from bacon to beast also mirrors the escalation in scale, from small symbolic references in childhood to massive tech platform references in adulthood. Around 7th or 8th grade, a classmate named Olivia said that Miles accidentally opened a door on a classmate who was changing outfits for a play. Looking back, that moment now reads symbolically. A situation involving exposure, vulnerability, and boundary crossing. Themes that echo in the digital interference I'm experiencing today. And now, even Xbox gets referenced in the interference. Another major tech entity tied to Microsoft. Additional high school context. In high school, I took a screenshot of a post by a classmate named Esme. She posted on July 13th, 2022, showing a cell phone box and wrote, "It's like a reward." I am documenting this because it stood out symbolically at the time and resurfaced while reviewing these patterns. I'm not making claims, I'm simply documenting memories and patterns that stood out to me. My current digital issues. I also want to document something that has been happening on my YouTube account. I have been blocked from uploading some of my videos and content, and my uploads either fail, take hours, or even days to process, but never appear publicly. This has been consistent and ongoing. A federal investigation needs to take place. Is the YouTube CEO aware of what's happening on the platform? When I was writing this, the hackers set off my grandma's cell phone. Why do the hackers keep making references to Mr. Beast? They also set off her phone when I wrote about him. Why are they also making references to Bill Gates? Same thing, interference again. Why are there references to Xbox, another Microsoft connected platform? And why did Professor Catherine Owen at DePaul University tell us in class that she personally knew the Microsoft CEO? What was the point of that? These are questions I'm raising based on my own observations and the repeated references that keep appearing in the interference I've documented. The repeated references to major tech entities form a symbolic cluster. YouTube, Mr. Beast, Bill Gates, Xbox, all connected to the digital platforms where the interference occurs. I'm not accusing anyone. I'm documenting patterns that need to be reviewed and investigated. T-Mobile needs to be investigated. The CEOs of T-Mobile from 2007 to the present need to be investigated. Triana with Apple confirmed the hacking. We know T-Mobile enabled it. The name Triana also stood out symbolically as it resembles Trinity, a major biblical reference that aligns with other symbolic patterns documented in our case. This is part of the long-term pattern of interference we have documented for over a decade. Why a federal investigation is needed. With everything we've experienced, the prank text, the timing around our lawsuit, and judge reassignment, the digital interference, the references to major tech figures, and the long-term issues with T-Mobile across multiple CEOs from 2007 to the present, a federal investigation needs to take place. And I want to be clear, I am only reporting what the hackers are referencing. They reference these people. I don't know them, I've never met them, and I'm not making any claims that any of them are behind this. This is about transparency, accountability, and safety. Additional text messages and divine intervention. On September 3rd, 2025, me and my mom went to file the lawsuit and it didn't happen. God knew we weren't filing that day, as God wanted the no seal mentioned in our lawsuit. In my mom's dream, God said over and over again, Christina's law. My mom knew to add this to the no seal in the complaint. Later, on September 5th, 2025, as my mom and I waited at the bus stop, God revealed to my mom that the judicial system was corrupt and God wanted them exposed. That same day, my mom received 2 additional text messages from the number +1 850 750 6479. Text message number 1, September 5th, 2025 at 10:14 a.m. Hi, Ivan. This is Amelia. I help people save on health coverage. I work with all major carriers. Would you like a complimentary quote? Reply N to opt out. Text message number 2, September 5th, 2025 at 1:13 p.m. Hello. Hopefully all has been well. Just reaching out to see if you would be open to considering reviewing new health insurance options. Symbolism notes. Amelia references Amelia Earhart, who crashed a plane. In other videos, I documented references to airplanes. Their suggestion is that we will crash and burn. Ivan. We do not know an Ivan. We watched a Holocaust documentary about the guard Ivan the Terrible. We also interpret Ivan backwards to symbolize the Navy. Follow me for more content.